All right, everybody, welcome to Step Into Summer. We're going to go ahead and get started with this nice grounding flow. Nothing too hard today, but if at any time it feels like too much, know you can drop to your knees and pray for mercy or take child's pose. So it shouldn't be too bad, but let's get started in resting belly. So coming to lie on your belly, and you're really going to feel all of the earth beneath you. Your hands can make a pillow for your forehead to fall onto, or feel free to put your cheek down to one side or the other. Just get really comfortable. And close your eyes. And just start to feel the connection that your belly makes with the ground beneath you as you start to make those inhales and exhales even and steady. And anything that might be in your mind, just try to put it aside for the next hour. And if your mind starts wandering during any point of practice today, know that your breath is always that anchor to bring you back to the present moment. With every inhale, feel the rib cage as it connects with the ground beneath you. And every exhale, notice how your body melts deeper into the ground. There's a quote from the famous poet Rumi that says, "Maybe you are searching among the branches for what only appears in the roots." So today during class, we're going to try to get grounded and get out of our head and connect with the earth, because sometimes life gets us so scattered, we're only thinking about the next thing on our to-do list. And a great way to ground yourself is to bring yourself again back to that breath and feeling the connection of the earth beneath you instead of thinking about all the things you have to do in your head. So hopefully by the end of class, you'll feel very balanced and your mind will be a little less hectic. So keeping with that nice, even breath, slowly open your eyes and take your right arm out to your right side, and your left hand will be by your chest. And bend your left knee in toward your bottom. And then start to peel that left leg off the floor, and those left toes will fall behind you toward your right side. So we're getting a nice stretch in the right shoulder. And then if your head feels okay to lay down on the ground, you can do that. It's okay if your leg is hanging in midair. Just allow that hip to open to whatever degree feels good for you. And then breathe in to any tension you might feel in that right side of your shoulder. And just exhale, imagine it's going away. Take one more deep inhale here. And then exhale, start to roll the pelvis down toward the ground once more. And then bring your arms underneath you like we were going to go into Sphinx pose. So your elbows under your shoulders. And then pull that chest up and out. But as we do that, let's take our left leg and bend it like we were going into frog. So we're going into kind of a hybrid Sphinx frog pose here. So your left leg is out at a 90-degree angle. Your chest is facing forward. And you're pulling like you could pull the skin of your forearms along your mat and chest opening. Keeping that neck neutral and your head with your chin pointing down. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, start to let that left leg go back to the back of your mat. And then release your body back down to the ground, this time taking your left arm to the left side of the space, right hand by your chest, bending that right leg, and then peeling your right leg off the ground, and right toes go behind the left side of your body. And then rest your head down to the ground if that feels good. Make your next inhale very deep, and then exhale, slowly roll out of that. Coming back into Sphinx, so your hands under your elbows under your shoulders. And this time we'll take our right leg up at a 90-degree angle. And then pull that chest up away from the ground. And if it feels good, go ahead and close your eyes and kind of look inward. Take a deep inhale here. And on the exhale, release that right leg back. And this time our hands will come by our chest and push ourselves up through tabletop to sit down into child's pose. So open those knees out toward the edge of your mat and toes together, sitting down. Extending those arms above your head and releasing your head to the ground. Just feel the connection of your hands, fingertips spreading wide, flat on the ground, your forearms on the ground. Just enjoy a few more breaths here before we start going into some flows for the evening. Sometimes it's our nature to want to rush to the next pose, but today's class is all about not rushing to get anywhere and being grounded in the moment. Slowly start to bring those knees in, so you can come up on your arms or your hands a little bit. Bring those knees into more traditional child's pose. And then take those hands back out in front of you like we were going into child's pose with our knees together. And from here, we're going to come forward into a cobra. So you're just going to lean your body forward. Your hands will be under your shoulders, making the adjustments right now because we'll turn this into a flow. So making sure those hands are under your shoulders and it feels good. We'll just turn this into a little flow. So we'll inhale here. And exhale, pull yourself back into child's pose. Just let that spine curve over your legs. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to fold back into child's pose. Inhale, coming forward, making sure that chin is in nice alignment so it's not pointing to the sky. Rolling those shoulders, and exhale, coming to child's pose. Inhale forward again. Exhale to child's pose. And we'll do one more of those where we inhale, coming forward. Exhale, back to child's pose. This time we'll come to tabletop, so a nice neutral position with your hands directly under your shoulders, your knees directly under your hips. From here, let's take our right foot or right knee off the ground so it's bent at a 90-degree angle. You can point the toes if that feels okay. We're just going to go into a tiger flow here. So on the inhale, we'll be pulling that right leg up, and on the exhale, bring the knee to the nose, curve your spine, and melt it all in. Inhale to open it up and point that toe to the sky. Exhale, curving it all in. Inhale, foot to sky, chin to sky. Exhale, curving it in. Do that again, inhaling, opening. Exhale, let it all go in. One more time, inhale to find openness. Exhale, curving it all in. And then releasing it down to tabletop. So maybe realign yourself so you have that good alignment. And from here, we're going to take our right leg off the ground again. But this time, start to make just big circles with your leg. So keeping that leg bent and just finding big circles in that right hip joint. And then once you've gone one way, let's reverse it and go the opposite direction. It's kind of feeling like a hot yoga class now at this point. We get a double whammy. Just a few more rounds here. And then release that right knee down to the ground so we find that nice tabletop once more. This time we'll do the whole thing on the left side, so your left knee will come off the ground, toes will point toward the sky. We'll take an inhale here and look up. Exhale to pull that left knee into nose, curve that spine. Inhale, opening back out. Exhale, pulling everything in. A little ab work, never hurt anybody. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, in. Inhale up. Exhale in. Trying to resist that urge to hurry through them. One more, inhaling up. Exhaling, pulling in, pausing here. and releasing that left knee down to the ground. This time, let's take our left knee and start making circles in one direction. Some poses we can't wait to get out of, and some poses we want to stay in. And then when you're ready, start reversing it the opposite direction. A few more rounds here. And then bring it back to tabletop. Pausing here, now let's walk your way back with your hands. Tuck your toes, knees together. We're gonna come into thunderbolt position. So we're sitting down, but it's with toes tucked. So it might be a little uncomfortable for some. Just try to make it through as long as you can. We won't be here for too long. So let's inhale our hands up to the sky. And then interlace those fingers and bring them behind your head. I guess I'll face you all for this. And just start to take your neck down toward your chest, or your chin to your chest. And gently apply pressure at the back of your head. On an inhale, let's take our head up and look up to the sky, open those shoulders out. And then exhale to pull it all in. Shoulders can come in, or elbows can come in, chin to chest. Inhale to open everything out. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, opening it up. Exhale, bringing it back in. One more time, inhale, look up, and let's pause here for just a moment. So eyes are gazing at the sky. We have a little micro bend in our back. And our breath is steady. One more inhale here. Exhale, bring it in one more time, chin to chest. And from here, bring your head up and let's release those fingertips down. And let's take those toes so that they're untucked now. And then let's come to tabletop. And then tuck those toes again. And let's push ourselves up to downward facing dog. So knees off the mat. Feel free to have a bend in your knees. Fingertips are spread wide. And you're pushing out of those hands so your shoulders aren't sagging. Just take a few minutes to feel how this first down dog feels today. Take an inhale here. And exhale, start to slowly walk your feet to the front of your mat to meet your hands. With your feet together at the front of your mat, let's inhale to come halfway up for a flat back. Exhale, fold your head down to the ground. And then inhale to sweep your hands all the way to the sky. And hands to heart center or Anjali. Okay, from here we're going to go into a flow. We'll go through slowly the first time and then we'll continue on. Let's inhale our hands up to the sky. Come up onto your toes and interlace those fingers. And exhale, bring it down through center and sit down and squat onto those toes. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, hands to heart, feet flat on the ground. This time we're going to step back to warrior two. So right leg goes back to the back of your mat, perpendicular to your front foot, your left foot. Left toes facing forward, right arm behind you, tucking that tailbone under, and bending that left knee over your left ankle. From here, flip your left hand to the sky. Reach out forward and scoop your left hand up and behind you as you go into your reverse warrior. Right hand on your back right leg. Feeling that nice stretch in your left ribs. One more inhale here. Exhale, coming back to warrior two. This time, let's straighten our left knee. And let's go into triangle. So left hand will reach out in front of you. Left hand will fall onto your ankle and right hand will be to the sky. So both legs are straight. You're reaching up and out of that right rib cage. Take one more inhale here. And on an exhale, take both hands to the front of your mat, to where your left foot is. And let's just step our right foot to meet the left. And let's come up to that halfway up, which is a flat back, halfway. Taking an inhale here, exhale to forward fold. Next time we come all the way up, inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take everything we just did and turn it into a nice little flow. So inhale, let's come up onto our toes. Interlace those fingers. Exhale, hands to heart, coming down into that toe squat. Inhale, hands sweep up to the sky, feet flat on the ground. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to step out to warrior two. Inhaling here. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale to find warrior two again. Straightening that leg. Exhale out and fall down over your left leg. Right hand to the sky, inhale. Exhale, hands to the front of the mat, stepping forward. Head bows down to the ground. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale to fall forward. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's go through that again. Inhale, hands up to the sky, up on your toes, interlacing those fingers. Exhale, coming all the way down to the ground, finding that toe squat. Inhale, hands up to the sky, finding that nice, flat, stable-footed mountain pose. Exhale, stepping out to warrior two. Inhale here, exhale, reverse that warrior. Inhale back to warrior two, rebend that leg. Inhale and exhale to fall over that left leg. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the front of the mat, stepping forward. Head drops to the ground. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, head to the ground. Inhale to come all the way up. We'll go through that one more time. Inhale, hands reach high to the sky, coming up onto those toes, interlace those fingers. Exhale, coming down to the ground, finding the toe balance. Inhale, hands reach high to the sky. Exhale, let's step back to warrior two. Inhale to find that reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten that leg. Inhale and exhale to fall down and over your left leg. Finding triangle. Inhaling here, exhaling, hands to the ground. Stepping your right foot forward. Head drops to the ground. Inhale for your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Now we'll do this just on the other side. So inhale to come up onto those toes. Interlace those fingers. Exhale down to the toe squat. So now it might be coming easier. Inhale, hands reach high to the sky. This time, exhale, your right foot stays forward, your left foot goes back, finding your warrior on your right. Take an inhale here. Exhale and sweep that arm up and over for your reverse warrior. Exhale to come back out. Straighten your right leg. Inhale and fall out and over. Exhaling down for your triangle with your right foot facing forward. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands will meet at the front of the mat, stepping your left foot to the front this time. Head bows down. Inhale for that flat back. Exhale for forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do a few more on this side. Inhale, come up onto your toes, interlace those fingers. Exhale, coming down onto the toes, finding stability. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. This time we open up, warrior two on the other side. Opening up for reverse warrior. And then finding that straight leg and falling over for triangle. Inhaling here. Exhaling, hands to the front, stepping to the front. Head bows to the ground. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do one more of those. Inhale to come up onto your toes. Interlace those fingers. Exhale to sit down into those toes. Inhale, rooting through those feet. Exhale, hands will come out into warrior two, stepping out. Inhaling to find reverse warrior. Exhale, release that hand, straighten that leg, falling into your triangle. Inhale to find some openness. Exhale, hands to the front of your mat, stepping through, head bows low. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, and from here, pause and close your eyes. Your breath might be a little elevated, but your feet are firmly rooted into the ground. So take a moment to steady your breath. Slowly blink your eyes open. Let's inhale our hands up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, hands out to the side, falling forward. Inhale to come halfway up for that flat back. Exhale your hands down to the ground and step your right foot behind you. So we come into a crescent pose. So your feet aren't on a tightrope. They're about hip width apart. Left leg is bent, coming up into crescent. Hands rise to the sky. Pelvis is facing forward. You can have a bend in that back leg if that feels good. From here, let's cross our arms so we can grab opposite elbows. Inhale to kind of look up for a tiny back bend. Exhale, slowly lean forward. Arms will release high to the sky and then drop them down to the ground. And then we step our right foot forward. Bow that head down to a forward fold. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands will come up to the sky. And to heart center. We'll do that on the other side. Inhale, hands will come up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping your left leg behind you, right foot in front. And once you feel stable, you can take your torso up and reach those hands high to the sky. Once we're here, you can grab opposite elbows. Inhale to find a little back bend here if it feels okay. Exhale, leaning that torso forward, releasing the arms high to the sky, and then low to the ground. And then step forward. Head bows to the ground once more. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And from here, let's inhale to take our hands high to the sky. Exhale, falling forward once more. This time we're going to step back to downward facing dog. So just walk yourself back to downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. See if it feels a little different than the times we've done it before. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, drop your knees to the floor, but keep your toes tucked. So we're in a tucked toe reverse or tabletop. So from here, we're going to come into cow. So drop that belly down and lift that chin up to the sky. And then exhale for cat, keeping those toes tucked. And then inhale to come back to table, and then push yourself up to downward facing dog. So it's totally optional. If you feel like it's too much, you can take a break and get into your favorite pose, but we're going to turn that into a little flow. So take an inhale here. Exhale, drop your knees down, keep your toes tucked. And take an inhale for cow. Exhale for cat, get all the air out. And then inhale back to tabletop and push yourself to downward facing dog. Good job. Take an inhale here. Exhale, drop those knees down, keep those toes tucked. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Let everything out. Inhale to come back to table and push yourself up to downward facing dog. We'll do one more. Take an inhale here. Exhale, drop those knees to the ground, tuck those toes. Take an inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale to come back to table. And then finding downward facing dog. So from here, let's take our right foot, inhale and take it off the ground just a few feet. And exhale to pull that right leg forward to the top of the mat. So we're going to come into pigeon pose. So releasing the right shin onto the ground, your left leg is long behind you. Squaring those hips to the front. Taking an inhale here. And then exhale to slowly walk those hands forward to whatever level feels good for you. And we'll rest here for a few minutes as a little reward for all the work you just did. Slowly start to walk your hands in toward center, coming up on those hands. And let's take that right leg back into a downward facing dog. From here, let's inhale our left toes off the ground. And then bring that left foot, left leg to the front of your mat, finding pigeon with your left in front. Right leg is long behind you. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale to fall over the front left leg. Take one last inhale here. And on the exhale, slowly start to make your way back up. Coming into our last downward facing dog of the class, tucking those right toes. One more time, inhale here. Exhale, open your mouth and let it all go. And then from here, drop those knees down to the ground. And let's take those toes so that they're flat behind you. We're going to sit in that thunderbolt position one more, but this time our toes aren't tucked. You might want to come to the middle of your mat. So just sitting down on those legs. If this feels like it's enough of a stretch for your feet, that's totally understandable. You can stay here and just close your eyes or find a steady gaze out front of you. But if you'd like to join me in a little deeper stretch for the tops of those feet, so if I got any runners in here, you'll appreciate this. You can start to pop those knees off the ground and stretch the tops of your feet. Take a deep inhale here. And on the exhale, if your knees are raised, slowly start to release them. And then let's just come to an easy pose. So just have a seat on your mat. Let's cross our legs. So just get comfortable. And we're going to go into a breathing exercise called alternate nostril breathing. So I'll be able to cue you. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can do that. But take 2 fingers. I'm right-handed, so I'll use my right. 2 fingers can rest on your forehead. We're going to use your ring finger and we're going to use your thumb finger to block the left and the right nostrils. So let's all take a deep inhale to cleanse our breath. And exhale, let it go. Let's take another deep inhale, nice and full. Exhale to let it go. And then we'll begin. Inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, plug the left and inhale through the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plug the right, exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plug left, exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plug right, exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round. Inhale for right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release your hand and let your breath come back to its natural state. So just close your eyes and take a moment to feel any effects that breathing exercise had. Anytime you feel like you need balancing or you're stressed, that's a great exercise you can do. So let's come to lie on our backs. And then once you get here, Let's take those legs up to the sky and bend your knees. And if you can grab the outsides of your legs, we'll come into happy baby pose. If you can't reach your feet, that's okay. You can grab the backs of your legs, the backs of your thighs, whatever feels good. Just pull those knees down in toward the earth and feel how grounded your back is flat along the ground. Take one more inhale here. Exhale to release those knees so that your legs are bent. Let's take your left leg and wrap it over your right. So your left leg is wrapped over your right. Arms out like they're out to the side like an airplane. And then let's take your feet over to the right side of your mat. So twisting to the right. Feel free to take that right hand and place it over your left leg if that feels good. Your gaze can be out over your left arm, to the sky, or even pointing in if you want less of a stretch for your neck that can point in toward your legs. Take one last inhale here. And then exhale to bring those legs in toward the center. This time, let's wrap our right leg over the left. So snuggle those legs in toward one another, arms out to the side. And then take your legs over to the left side of the space. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, we'll say goodbye to that posture. Knees in toward the midline. Uncross your legs. And then let's just give your legs a couple rocks in and back. And then give yourself a big hug. So arms will hug those legs and squeeze everything in on a final inhale. And then exhale to release everything down to the ground for your final resting position of Shavasana. So let's take our palms this time and place them to the ground for grounding. Toes will open up and point out to the outer edges of your mat. And before you drop into final weightlessness, just take a moment to feel the ground beneath you. There's a saying that says, let the earth reach up and grab you as you lay down and let it all go. So let's just take the next few minutes to let it all go and see how weightless you can become. So as you're ready, slowly start to feel the earth beneath you once more if you've dropped into a deeper state. Maybe start to wiggle those fingers and toes. And then as you're ready, you can slowly make your way to your left side, roll over, and then come to a nice seated position. And bringing your hands to your heart and closing your eyes. Let's take one more deep inhale through your nose. And exhale to let it all go. Thank you for practicing with me for this nice grounding flow today.